shit.
Need to go with the girls.
I'll ask the engineer. Hold on. Hey, guys? Chris, how much does this car weigh from the factory?
This one? That one.
This one.
I think that was like 34.
This 68 Charger is absolutely gorgeous. Check this thing out. It's an absolutely beautiful Charger. Love that color. Starting to rain here a little bit, but it's not too bad. Go on, Hunter. Super clean. It's a nice resto mod. Then we got this beautiful GTO convertible, which is awesome because if you know anything about Metro Detroit, the Royal Pontiac was the main dealer here in Royal, Michigan that did all the performance stuff with Pontiacs. I figured, hey, we'll just go take a walk down. I've been here for a couple, like probably about an hour and a half actually, but this place was packed, and then I got talking to some people, and missed some live streams, which is funny because this Charger Daytona, it's curb rashed wheels already, but it's a fast feedback car. You can tell because of the license plate on it. We'll walk down here. We'll walk around. I got it. My car's on the back side of the building because there was no parking spots up here. Somebody's got a charge. I still say that this front end is by far the best front end on the Charger. I've owned two of these style cars. I still think that's the best looking front end on them. Check out the Volvo. Is this Disneyland? No, this is just a typical Saturday here at Pasteiner's on Woodward. So we'll walk around real quick. There was a lot more cars here earlier. There's a Raptor R with like a matte wrap on it. Kind of a different like matte black finish. Looks okay. We got the Porsche guys down here. We'll take a walk back real quick and go look at a few other things. We got a little bit of everything here in Metro Detroit, so every weekend it's pretty cool because you get to see a whole bunch of different things here.
Silver.
Dodge Charger 72. No, I don't have a Dodge Charger 72. I have a I have our Chrysler 300 here. Oh, back. If you ever get a chance here in Metro Detroit, come check out Pasteiner's. It's a hobby shop that does car models, car books. They have cars and coffee here every Saturday. '99 GTS. A lot of people had left, but that's all right. We still got some cool stuff here. Ford GT. This car still looks really good today. I like it better than the newer GT. Got an Aston Martin. I'm parked way out back here, but MG Midget, a Grand Sport convertible, 430. Got a Blackwing. Nice 289 fastback. Super nice car. Thunderbird. We'll walk around over here. Well, cool, man. You should come up here on one of the weekends on Saturday. And Cars and Coffee runs from 8 to 9, or 8 to 10, I mean. But, yeah. We'll walk back over to my car and then we'll get out of here. But I got busy talking to some people, so. Dude, you should come out here. It's a lot of fun. Sorry it's all bouncy and stuff, but we'll go walk back here. There was a few cars back here. I actually had to park way back here with a couple of GTOs and a really badass 1970 Dodge Challenger triple black Hemi car. But we'll walk back here. We'll go for a little cruise at Woodward real quick, see what's going on. I gotta charge the battery in the car anyways. So this, way back here, it'll take you an hour. You live downriver or something? Hold on a second here. Get into the car. I'll put you guys up here so you guys can see a little bit. All right, hold on. I gotta start the car up first and then I'll fix it. Just a second here. All right. The one weird thing is we don't have wipers on the car, so I have Rain-X on it. So once we get moving, it will dissipate. All right. Put the windows down a little bit. It's getting muggy out. Hold on here. Let me adjust you guys so you guys can see a little bit better. Once we get moving, the water will come off the windshield a little bit, but so how's everybody doing this morning? Compared to the C8 Z06, well, I mean, it's okay. I'm not a huge C8 person. Give it just a second here, and once we start moving, the water will run off the windshield. All right, let's go. once I get up here, I'll turn the camera a little bit so you guys can see what's going on better. You know what? I'll do something even better. I'll stop and wipe the window off. Just a second. I'll clear the window off for you guys. All right, now you guys should be able to see. All right. We just had like a little sprinkling coming in. We're supposed to have pretty good storms coming this afternoon, but since the car sat all week, I wanted to get it out and put a couple miles on it, charge the battery back up. But we'll take a little cruise real quick. So we're in Birmingham, Michigan, if you're wondering where we're at. This is, if you know anything about Detroit, going north we have mile roads. So right now we're between 14 and 15 mile road on Woodward Avenue. So give it just a second here. All right. A lot of people think that car season's pretty much over with here in Detroit, but it's not. Every weekend there's cars and coffee pretty much, and the funny thing is there's actually like 3 different cars and coffee events going on today. But I woke up, I actually slept only a couple hours. I wanted to get out and drive the car a little bit, so I came to the closest one by my house because I live right off of Woodward. In the Birmingham Police Department before, that's pretty sad. There you go. Good, I'm glad it's clear now. It's still sprinkling out a little bit, but it's not too bad. So if you're wondering what I'm in, this is a 1979 Chrysler 300. This was the highest performance car that you could buy in 1979, considering all the emissions regulations and stuff. So this has a 5.9 liter. Hold up the windows a little bit. This has a 5.9 liter 360 cubic inch E58 V8 with a 4-barrel carb. Well, actually, it's a thermal quad on top of the engine. Now, what an E58 is, it's basically the same package that they put in the Pursuit cars back then. So it's got a bigger cam. It's got more high performance parts in it. So at the time, this car made 195 horsepower, which again was more than a Trans Am, more than Corvette, and was at the time was the fastest car in 1979 that you could go to a dealer and buy. Hey, let me help you out here, Billy Dog. There you go. How's that? Now you don't even have to worry about the news or anything that I'm talking about. See how that works? That's why I love live streams. No, it's pretty much the same thing as a Magnum, except for the 300's more rare. It's based on the Chrysler Cordoba, but the funny thing is, it's technically not a Cordoba because there's no Cordoba badging on this car whatsoever. So it's badged as a 300, but it's pretty much the Cordoba. It's just a very limited edition package. So they actually built 3,811 of these between the US and Canada. This is one of 200 with T-tops, a very rare option. And a lot of people don't know this, but this is actually a B-body car. So if you know what a Mopar B-body car is, basically, you know, this is the same platform that underpinned the Roadrunner, the Dodge Charger, the Dodge Corvette, you know, Plymouth GTX, Dodge Charger Daytona, the Plymouth Superbird, Plymouth Satellite, Plymouth Belvedere, all the intermediate cars. So this was the very last year for this platform. But this is a great boulevard cruising car. Figure we go up to one of my favorite roads around here. We'll take it back home. I just want to do a loop. It's good to get the car out and drive it a little bit. Get the fuel moving through the carb and stuff like that. And the one thing with these lean burn engines, with the computer systems on them, the longer you drive them, the better driving they get. They kind of start up, and back when they built these lean burn cars, the computers don't have any memory in them. So what happens is it has to start all over again every time you start the car up. So it'll adjust the timing and everything for like the first 25 minutes driving. So as you're driving it, it gets better and better and better as you drive it. So, but this is a complete survivor car. Nothing's really been modded on this car at all. It's got 46,743 original miles. All of these cars came in one color, other than a handful of them that went to Canada. But they all came in Spinnaker white, which is this like off-white color. They all have red and blue pinstriping. So, and this one here is a rarer car because it's got 2 fender tags, so it's one of the most highly optioned models that you could buy. But this is a great car. I absolutely love it. One of the most comfortable cars to drive. You got Corinthian leather. You got to remember those old commercials. It's super, super, like, it feels like you're sitting on the sofa. Well, we're going to go right here. So this is the Cranbrook Institute. This is a pretty famous upscale school here. But they have a really cool driving road alongside of it, which I absolutely love taking this car down. What's your favorite hill road in the state? Oh, your dad went. So you're talking about the Cranbrook Road over here? My favorite road drive in Michigan, you'll have to go up to Harbor Springs, up by Petoskey. M119, the Tunnel of Trees, best road in Michigan. It's 1.5 lanes, so you got to be kind of careful, especially in the summer with all the motorcycles. But it is absolutely one of the most gorgeous roads. There's 114 miles. I like coming back here. It's just funny with Metro Detroit how different just a few miles, like, I mean, I live in the city, but not in the city of Detroit, but I live in the suburbs. But you can come up here and just how different everything is, like just a couple of miles away. I absolutely love some of the buildings back here from on the Cranbrook property. Some of those Tudor style buildings. Yeah, it is. Wait till like 2 more weeks from now when all the colors start happening. We'll definitely have to take the car on a color tour kind of thing. There's the Brookside School. I love how ornate the buildings are with the cobblestone and the little windows. We'll just do a big loop around the church and come back through. Oh, they're doing the garden over here. If you guys know who Chris Jacobs is, Chris Jacobs, who was on like overhauling and stuff like that, he's a big Mopar guy. He's a friend of ours on Mopar Insiders. Well, anyways, he actually went to school here. This is where he went to school. We'll ride through the campus real quick. This campus is actually really nice. Like I said, I just want to get out and drive the car a little bit. It helps keep everything moving. If you drive it once a week at least, it starts better. Makes everything just feel a little bit better in the car. Cool, man. Yeah, no, this is an all Mopar channel pretty much. I do a lot of car events. I'm an automotive journalist. I own several Mopar websites. I've been a Mopar diehard since I was 3 years old. So we do a lot of different things. We do reviews of cars. If you go to my website, moparinsiders.com, it's the biggest Mopar news and rumor website out there. We have anywhere from 1.2 to 2.1 million readers every month. So, but it's been up since 2018, and it went from being like a little project of mine to actually becoming my full-time job. And I wrote articles for Allpar before that. I've had a bunch of stuff published by different websites. So, but Mopar Insiders is by far the biggest Mopar news website out there. Oh, cool. Viper? What year Viper? My best friend used to have a 06 SRT10 Roadster. I absolutely love the Viper. If you go back on the channel here, a couple weeks ago, the day before the Woodward Ave cruise, I was at a special Viper owners event, which was really cool because I shot a lot of video. I actually got to, I shot almost like a documentary style kind of thing. It was like, they had like a Q&A session with the original Team Viper guys talking about the GTS-R development. You can go watch that. It's like an hour long, but it's a really cool behind the scenes look at the GTS-R. Hey Dan, how's it going, man? I'm just cruising around Cranbrook Institute right now. Trying to just get down with car and coffee and just driving around trying to put some miles on the 300 a little bit here. It's really nice to drive back through here. It's nice roads and stuff. Kind of quiet. But yeah, we're supposed to have kind of, I don't know if they're severe or not, but they're They look pretty gnarly coming across the state right now. So we're supposed to get some storms this afternoon. It's been sprinkling a little bit so far, but nothing bad. You guys can probably see the sprinkles on the window. It was kind of like a mist earlier. Some of these houses back here, they're like mansions. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to lean out in the intersection a little bit. This Tudor style house back here, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's mammoth too. It's absolutely beautiful. They got like a freaking waterfall out here, like an actual waterfall in their front yard. There's a lot of money back here. Oh, there's some Canadian geese. Hey Dave, how's it going, man? Yeah, well, kind of. I'm not over at Lasher or nothing, but I'm not over that way. But I'm over at the Cranbrook Institute driving around. I just got done with Cars and Coffee, so I figured I'm gonna come out and put a couple of miles on the 300 and just drive around a little bit, and before I go home. Should have came out to Cars and Coffee, Dave, man. You would have had there's quite a few really cool cars there. I actually didn't record the whole thing because I was too busy talking, but there was quite a bit of really cool stuff there today. Some guy had a really killer 1970 Dodge Challenger 426 Hemi car. I don't know if it was original or not. I don't think it was, because he had like aftermarket speakers or anything. I don't think it was an original Hemi car, but had a 727 in it. It was triple black, so black vinyl roof, black paint, black interior. Super nice car. And then we also got to see this really killer, which you could see in the beginning of this video. There's a really killer 1968 Resto Mod Charger that somebody brought. That was really cool. It was like this dark blue, had a black stripe with gold tracer lines on it. Super nice car. Oh, that transition, the brick is not good on your back on this car. We got the suspension like tied up as high as you can go in this thing, or as low as you can go, and it bumps a lot. We gotta adjust the suspension a little bit in this thing to make it ride a little bit better. I'll show you the statues. This is the art museum here. We got a beautiful art museum. A lot of the kids come out here with their schools and stuff. You can see the fountain up here. Yeah, I seen that there's like several car shows going on. There's that one, there's one in Plymouth, and there's one in there's that one too, but there's another one too that my buddy was telling me about. I just went to I only slept like 3 hours. I was up writing articles all night trying to get the weekend done. I got today done. I got to do a final article for tomorrow yet, and I got to do some videos. You can see the campus here. Just want to come and show you guys some of the buildings. campus here is pretty awesome. Oh, wow. Sounds like it would be a pretty cool event to go to. The only problem is we got a huge rainstorm coming, so I don't know how long people would be over there, because there's a massive rainstorm coming. It's already out over by Grand Rapids coming this way. Water. Oh, just gotta take your time over them. Looks like it will miss us, hopefully. It was sprinkling a little bit earlier today, but it's actually sprinkling a little bit right now. Hopefully that's the case. I would love to see it miss us. Are you going out to it? I gotta get going home though, because I'm sure the wife wants to do something today. She's just not a big fan of car events. She says we go to too many already. I'm surprised my dad hasn't jumped into the chat yet. Figured he'd be watching. Funny, now that I've been driving the car for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, it drives so much better. That lean burn, once it learns your driving pattern and adjusts the car's timing, it's totally different, totally better. This guy right here in the silver Charger Daytona was at the event. It's got some curb rash wheels. It's a fast feedback car, so it's owned by Chrysler. You can tell because of the license plate on it. So the cool thing is this road just wraps around and we come right back out on Woodward. Oh, that's cool, man. Well, tell your sister I said hi. You're gonna go hang out with Mom too? Hopefully, I haven't asked you how your mom's doing. That Porsche that just went by had some guy and his like grandma in it. He was at the event and she waved to me. It's kind of funny. So now we're back on Woodward. Oh man. So she's gonna be homebound for a while, huh? Hey Dave, did you hear that they're moving the Hunter House? I'm sure you did. If you guys don't know, the Hunter House is like a famous hamburger joint that's right up here, a slider joint. It's kind of historical on Woodward, and I guess a doctor bought the property that next to it, and he's trying to buy the property that, or he did buy the property that the Hunter House sits on. He's going to get rid of it to build a. He's going to get rid of it to build a some kind of complex, like a medical complex. But the Hunter House is a really cool place. Get over so you can see it a little bit better. Oh, of course, this Jeep just cuts over. Come on, dude. And he cuts over again. He doesn't know where the hell he's going. Get over this close lane here so you guys can kind of see the Hunter House. Yeah, I seen you posted that. So you said that to me. I'm gonna have to do an article on it. It's pretty cool. Complete survivor car too. Right here, here's the Hunter House, this little hamburger shack right here to the right. You guys have seen pictures on Woodward. Usually it's either there or it used to be Athens, Coney Island. Now it's Nicky D's. Those are two like famous little diners here that are still left. Or Vincetta Garage. Vincetta Garage is a big thing too. I have to laugh. The Fiat dealership over here. Let me show you. Well, I don't want to take it down. The Fiat dealership. If you guys watched my channel, I did a little video on the Topolino, and they switched it out. So now there's one in the showroom, a different one. It's got different wheels, and it's got it's the Dolce Vita edition one. Same color, but it's got ropes instead of doors. So the one I actually went and seen had doors on it. There's that Charger over that blue one. He's driving the opposite way as me right now. This next year, I got to figure out how to do live streaming using an Insta360 camera. Because I'd love to mount one of those Insta360 cameras on the car so you guys can see what you want to see when you're driving. It'd be cool for different car events and stuff. I know there's a way you can broadcast off of them now with YouTube, so. The midsize truck, yeah. I would assume it would, if it's going to be roughly the same size as the Ranger and the Canyon. You got to remember, those midsize trucks technically aren't mid-size. You look at how big full-size trucks have gotten. Full-size trucks have gotten so mammoth that mid-size trucks are now where full-size trucks were back in the early 2000s. It's like a GMC Canyon, interior-wise, is actually bigger than a four-door Sierra was back then. I just wish they would do, like, I can honestly tell you that from what I've seen, that new truck will basically have one configuration. It'll be a crew cab, and it will have like a short box to it. I wish they made different like box versions. Like I wish there was like different lengths. There goes a Supra, not like a 95, 94 Supra up here. I wish they had different lengths. To me, it would be nice to be able to have a little bit of a longer box on those trucks. I hate the fact that you can't get a half ton anymore with an 8-foot box. I really did like my Ram 1500, but it had the standard configuration like that everybody chooses now with the 5-foot 7-inch box. And I did appreciate it more when I lived down here in the city because it's tight in some areas. But to me, I would rather have had like the 6.4 box. Oh, dude, the Dakota, like I said, Gen 2 Dakotas are my favorite. Dave's actually got one on. He's got his dad's old truck, and he's owned a bunch of Dakotas. The Dakota, by far, the second gen is my favorite. The third gen, yeah, the only reason why I didn't like the third gen too much was the cheap interior in them. But still, 4.7 liter V8 was still my favorite V8 ever built. But I'm trying to get over a little bit. Yeah, I mean, hopefully it can live up to the reputation of the Dakota. We still don't know what the name is going to be. You know, they introduced the Ram Dakota down in Brazil, but that's actually a Fiat Titano. So, stay over in your lane, bus. But, yeah, hopefully we see something soon. Antonio Filosa basically said that, you know, it's going to be for sure 2027 when we get that truck. What's my opinion on JDM cars? It depends on the car. I'm not a Toyota fan at all. I hate Toyota. Not a huge fan of Toyotas. Hondas, I absolutely like. I like Hondas a lot. My parents, both of them have had Hondas. My uncle buys nothing but Hondas anymore and absolutely loves them. We've had a lot of good luck with Hondas. Honda's had a good reputation up until recently. I don't know, it just depends on the car. I've always been a diehard Mopar guy. I'm not a huge, when growing up, when I was in high school, I liked GM stuff. I thought GM built some really killer stuff back then. I don't like really anything GM builds now. And everybody's like, oh, the C8 Corvette. I hate the C8 Corvette. I mean, it's a cool car, but they kind of did away with the traditional Corvette formula. And I understand it's like a bang for the buck considering it's a mid-engine car. But to me, the Corvette was always that kind of like, hey, I'm going to buy a third car for retirement and all that. And now it's just priced completely out of range for most people. Must stop and get a Coke real quick. I haven't drank nothing today and my throat's dry. Oh, there's one of the new, this guy up here in the drive-thru. He's got a Tesla Model S, one of the new ones. It's got new tail lamps and stuff in it. Yeah. Grab you something? I'm just grabbing a Coke Zero, dude. But yeah, it's one of the new Model S's because it's got the new tail lights in it. Maybe not. Maybe they just look different. Because it's got the old Tesla badging on it. He's got some... Dude, that car is actually pretty cool because he's got... I don't think it's a plaid or anything. It doesn't look like a plaid. But he's got Michelin Pilot Cup tires on it. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, the quality for American cars got really good for a while. Now they're going back down. No. Yeah, can I get a large Coke Zero? That's it. Thank you. I don't know, growing up in Detroit, like in the Detroit area, I've always had an affinity for American-built cars just because I'm huge on, I guess, pride. And almost everybody I know works in some kind of capacity with the auto industry. I think American cars have gotten kind of boring. Other than, I leased that 2025 Dodge Charger Daytona. I absolutely love the way that car looks. But the build quality on that car, it needs to be amped up a little bit. It's got really cheap interior plastics and stuff. Where I actually think that some of the materials in this 1979 car actually are better than the materials that are in that car. But there's certain, like I said, there's certain, like I like Hondas. Growing up, I rode Honda motorcycles and stuff. I also rode Kawasaki's, but Honda motorcycles. I actually have a Kawasaki still, but I was always big in the like Japanese motorcycles and stuff like that. But cars, like the Honda Accord, the last generation Honda Accord, my dad's got one. Absolutely great car. Tons and tons of room inside. Gets really good gas mileage. You know, reliable. He's got over 100,000 miles on his. I think it's a 2018, and still drives like it's like got like 20,000 miles on it. The interior has held up really good too.
Oh, large Coke
Yep.
Zero. There you go, sir. Have a
Thank
good
you.
one.
You too. I always hate how they give you a receipt, especially just for a pot. Yep. Thank you very much. One bad thing about this car, no cup holders. So there's no cup holders in this thing, but that's okay. You can drive the car with one finger anyways, because the steering's so light in it. Oh, that feels so much better in my throat. Now that it's starting to become fall, everything's kind of dying off and stuff, and my allergies have been acting up like crazy. My throat's been like, I've been coughing, itchy. Plus, it doesn't help that Detroit's had really, like the last couple of, like, well, probably a month, because Canadian wildfires and everything on top of it. So it's not a bad morning out. It's kind of getting hazy out. I don't know what the temperature is outside, but it's funny. This car has disc up front, but drums in the back, and it's funny. If you go smooth on the brakes, you know, it tracks pretty good. But if you hit the brakes hard because of the drums in the back, it wants to track to the right really bad. Did we have the cool snap? Yeah, we did. Yep, we did. We went from having shorts on to putting pants on. See, my wife and I very much differ. Like, I do like the cold, but I hate winter. I absolutely hate winter. I hate snow. I don't snowmobile. I don't do anything in the snow. I just freaking hate it. Wrecks our cars and everything. But my wife absolutely loves winter. Like, loves it. And I like summer. I like when it's like 75 degrees, nice little breeze. I like being by the water. She's the total opposite. She doesn't like anything over 68 degrees. So I had to bust out the pants, and then like today I'm wearing pants because it was cold out too. It was cold this morning. It was only like, I think it was like 57 degrees or something. It wasn't that warm. There's Vincetta Garage coming up here on the right. It used to be an actual like mechanics garage, but now is a restaurant that's very popular. Dodge does a lot of their unveilings and stuff there. But yeah, one of my things is I used to one of my one of my favorite things to do is I'm a huge offshore powerboat race fan. So I used to travel the country with my uncle, going to all of these different races and stuff. I haven't done it in a while. When they come locally, I'll go. But this year I really wasn't big into it. But I used to know a lot of the racers, and I used to have like cameras on boats, and we used to go down and be on the pace boat and take pictures, or on a turn boat and take pictures. I mean, for about 10 years, that's all my dad and my uncle and I would do, is go all over the place to go to boat racing. And one of my favorite times of the year is there's the World Finals. It used to be Key West, but right before Key West, there's the OPA series, Offshore Powerboat Association. That's the guys that I used to follow all the time. So we'd go down to their World Championships down in Inglewood, Florida. And it was funny because it was the weekend before Thanksgiving every year. We'd fly down, and it was so nice because you'd leave Detroit and it'd be snowing out, and you wear shorts on the plane, and you get off and it's like 84 degrees and absolutely gorgeous down in Florida. Would I want to be down in Florida during the summer? Hell no. But I do love the Inglewood area. Everybody's super nice down there. Most of the people down there are either from Michigan or Ohio or Indiana or even like Wisconsin, and or even Ontario. So it's kind of funny, you go down there, everybody kind of knows where you're from, and everybody's snowbirds down there. But that was a lot of fun. My wife has no interest in going before Thanksgiving. Love it. Plus, that's one of the best places to take pictures because you're in the Gulf of Mexico, or Gulf of America, I'm sorry, Gulf of America. And, you know, you get a lot of like boats out of the water shots and stuff. If you go over to my old YouTube channel, you can see a lot of the footage and stuff I shot from back, you know, I would say up until a couple years ago. It's Real Fast Photography, photography with an F. Photograph. So, but yeah, I used to have lots of onboard cameras and stuff like that for the different racers and stuff. I used to have like tons of like GoPros and stuff. I've lost a ton of them out in the ocean and in different areas too. But I used to have tons of GoPros and stuff and run them on the boats. And it was all just hobby based. It was like just my fun hobby with my uncle. So this is Ferndale, Michigan. This is going to be 9 Mile coming up here. This is where during the Woodward Dream Cruise, like Ford has their Mustang Alley and stuff. But the very interesting part is 8 Mile is up here, and 8 Mile is the borderline of Detroit, and it's like the hood. So it goes from being like a really nice upper scale kind of area in the burbs to straight up hood. But we're gonna loop back around. I just figured to come down here for a second. Funny how smooth this thing turns out to be after driving it for a while. You know, I didn't know anything about these lean burn systems whatsoever. And Eric over at Chase Classic Motors, we were talking to him, and he was telling, like I was telling my dad we should rip the lean burn system off this car. And Eric's like, don't touch it. He goes, if it runs right and you drive it for a while, it'll be really smooth. And he's totally right. I actually don't mind the lean burn system. Oh, sweet. What kind of snowmobile did you get? when I was little, we would snowmobile. My grandpa was huge into snowmobiles. He used to have tons of Articats. Like those are the like I'm not talking about like my grandpa died in what 2001, but he had a machine shop. He was actually a machinist. He owned a machine shop, and when you go down there, he had like I swear to God, he had like 11 or 12 sleds. But these were the sleds that would go through the snow, not over it like today's sleds. They were like the boxy looking ones. But we had a cabin up north, up in Onaway, Michigan. And when I was little, we used to go trailer all the stuff up there and go snowmobiling. But even like in high school, a lot of my buddies used to, like I had one buddy that had a Skidoo. He had a 620. And a couple of my friends had Articats. One of my buddies had a Polaris. What was it, a Polaris? And then one of my other buddies had a Yamaha Phaser. So I used to go riding with them and stuff. I'd just take one of their sleds. I used to be like, when I was younger, I was motorcycling and four-wheelers and stuff were like my life. I don't think there was a day that would go by from the point I was probably 9 years old to, I don't know, probably 16 that I didn't ride motorcycles. I had dirt bikes and stuff, and I would be out riding. Doesn't matter if it was snow or rain. I was always out riding motorcycles and stuff. I still got a bike. I haven't ridden it forever. It's actually up at my dad's house. Him and I both have, I bought it brand new. It was a 2005 Kawasaki KLR 650. I'm big into, like, I could care less about cruisers and all that stuff. I've never been into, like, the whole, like, Harley Davidson stuff. I did like Buell because I did like the Ulysses. I've always been an adventure, like, enduro bike kind of guy. So I do own a KLR 650, which is one of my favorite bikes. It's ugly as hell, but that bike is old as can be, and I used to ride it to work and stuff. I love that bike. So, but I haven't rode motorcycles in forever. Not since I've rode a couple. I think the last time I rode was probably last year. My dad had his running, and I went over to his house, and I just took it down the street and stuff. Start to head home here. I'm sure the wife wants to go get lunch or something. I haven't seen her all day. She was snoring when I left. Oh, nice, man. Thing is that's actually a really good deal. Sleds have become so freaking expensive. But you know what? Compared to what I used to ride, I have to laugh because now everything's got like heated grips. I went and seen this one. What was it? It was a Skidoo, but it had like heated floorboards, heated grips. It had it even had like it was really cool. It was like a touring sled. It had a whole bunch of cool stuff on it. It was almost like it had like hard luggage on the back and stuff. But they wanted like like $24,000 for it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It had a 1200cc engine in it. This was like, I don't know, probably like 6 years ago. It was massively expensive. It was one of their touring models, but I was like, man, I can't believe how much freaking sleds cost. Because they're up there with like the price of like a Harley. I mean, I can understand if you like live in Alaska where you're going to use it instead of a car, but it's nuts. Yeah, see, now the car throttle response is way better. There's like nobody behind me, and that van had to get in front of me and then get cut all the way across. People drive like idiots, like total idiots down here sometimes. There's literally like 5 car lengths of like between me and the car behind me. So, oh, heated seat, yeah. Those things are pretty badass, dude. Hopefully you'll have a blast on it. Hopefully, I hate saying this because I hate snow, but hopefully you'll have a really good winter where you can actually enjoy it, because the last few winters have been kind of mild, and I'm sure that you've been, I'm sure you guys get a lot of snow up there, but not as much as what you guys used to. And I'm not saying about climate change and all that crap. The climate's always changing. It just seems like we've had a couple mild winters, and then we'll get hit with like massive like amounts of snow. So oh wow. Yeah, side-by-sides are freaking ridiculous. I can't believe how much a freaking, like, I seen a Kawasaki four-door the other day, what was it, last weekend, a week ago today, I was at Detroit 4Fest. I could not believe how freaking expensive. This one dealer was there, and they had a bunch of them, and they're not even that attractive. The Kawasaki was going for like $18,000, and it had like a 700cc engine in it. Like for a 700, like it was like $18,000 for a 4-door. And then they had one, they had a Polaris Razor, or not Polaris, Polaris Razor, isn't it a Razor? The 4-door one of those, and it was 24 grand. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, if I lived out in the country where I could drive it like a car, you know, I had a buddy that had a Polaris Razor that was street legal. He had a sound system and stuff on it, and he drove it all over the place. Or just pull right out in front of me, lady. He used to drive it all over the place. I wouldn't mind the price if it was like I could use it all the time, but yeah. Well, guys, I'm getting close to home. I'm going to call the wife real quick and see if she wants to go grab something to eat. And then I'll probably be doing a video later today, too. So, anyways, thanks for hanging out. I'm sorry, Cars and Coffee, I didn't do a whole bunch of video of it because I just got busy chatting. But I figured, hey, come on here and... Right, so... Alright, guys, I will talk to you guys later. Bye!